everyone, heart greetings world, and heart greetings again those who are on broadcast, which is the private channel to follow our online sessions. So I've seen a couple of names already, so maybe we can say hi.
Yes,
I know
and
that
people
there's
are,
Melissa and
yes,
Vanessa and Elizabeth, so hello
we have many
ladies.
registered, but the live still coming on. We have Erika, Didi,
Erika, Didi,
Vernette, Georgie, Vanessa, Heather, and
Stamina
Melissa.
and Melissa. Hello, hello, hello. While we are settling online, we would like to make sure that you are also settling yourself in your room, in your place where you won't be disturbed for the next 2 hours. That you have your headset, your phone charged, that you are comfortably seated as well. You know that it's Monday, and on Monday we are doing the heart resonance energy practice, which is the spiritual gym where your consciousness is engaged to build up energy. So we always advise to remain seated as much as you can so the energy can really move through you, through your vortex, through your channel, through your heart resonance, and you having your consciousness being projected and building your connections as well. If you feel like you would like to lie down through the session, make sure that you are able to lie down as well wherever you are in your room. So headset, your door is closed and you are comfortable in your space.
And if you're laying down, also try to put a little bit the head slightly up so you don't fall asleep fully.
Yeah.
Because you want to engage your consciousness and your energy. We're going to do energy practice. We're going to expand the heart, expand the light body. And then another things about this energy practice, the more you are able to project and expand this energy, you have more capacity in your light body to have more energy and to have more of your consciousness, to grow your consciousness, to be able to manifest and have this access to the greater wisdom. You need a more capacity for your consciousness to come, and that's how the way it's a gym to build up those channels for more consciousness to come through.
Yeah, so today we feel that it's going to be about the diamond light body, and I just thought about Davina. So it will be about the diamond light body today, most probably. After the last couple of weeks where we really build the connection with the higher self, we also open up new frequencies of the last 2 sessions. So if you haven't done the 2 sessions of April, so the last 2 sessions, it was really good. We have open new frequencies in our channel, in our consciousness, in our energy bodies, with somehow tool and steps that came through. The channeling was beautiful, experience was beautiful. So this new anchoring, I would say, that was really new somehow, is of need, I would say, for today to stabilize. So we're going to stabilize it through working with our diamond light body, expanding it furthermore so you can contain that energy that you have received the last 2 Mondays. If you continue to follow up and to always be there for the Mondays energy practice. If you are not following all the time, it's perfectly fine. Know that you are receiving exactly what you need, that you're calling to join those sessions. Have a reason behind that sometimes we cannot really understand. It's like, oh, I would like to do the Monday today. It's because there is something here waiting for you.
But generally, we always recommend to have the package. Means to come to all the Mondays non-stop.
Which is your fitness.
It's a gym.
It's spiritual fitness.
Maintenance and growth for all your channels, for all your capacity, for your third eye, for all this what we are just mentioning right now, for your spiritual awakening. And the things is, every Monday or sometime few Mondays will have a sequence of theme that build up the Monday after the Monday after. So we'll start, for example, building up certain seed or certain consciousness, and then we expand it, then we connect with the higher self, and then we bring more energy specifically to build up all the rest and having the result. It's like, basically, it's like small sequence of training that comes on 2 Mondays or 3 Mondays or sometimes 4 Mondays in a row. So that's why we always mention. And most of the time you hear us talking about family, community. Why we are always emphasizing on community? Because this is how we can see actually the growth result. If you're just coming a visitor of once, you'll enjoy it, you'll have a benefit definitely, but it will not be the same if you're coming regularly, because you're going to target certain aspect, either the heart, either cosmic Christ heart, either the diamond light body, either the higher self, either the third eye, either certain way of shifting timeline, either density of consciousness. All this cannot be achieved for the highest potential in one session. Has to be in regular consecutive practices or a theme of practices. And most of the time the family or the community who's been with us for now years, they know also on the side, not only Monday, the whole week or the whole month will be on the same theme. So for example, when Asil was here, it always around that same receiving energy. Or if we are doing courses, for example, level 2 of the third eye activation, it will all be about the third eye. If you're doing courses about higher self, cosmic Christ heart, the whole thing will be around this. So you benefit from the Monday and you benefit through the course and training during the weeks and so on. So the last week, for example, we just finished on Saturday. This last Saturday was the final one. We're going to do another version of it maybe later on. But right now, the last Saturday was 2 weeks of training for You Love community, for astral travel or astral projection in that sense, and shifting the timeline from the higher realms template reality. So we trained and we go through many techniques and way to improve your energy body and your astral body, and we'll project. And almost like 80% of the participant, we were like around 80%, we met and we saw each other on the astral plane, and we've done the energy work that we need to do, and we celebrated higher realms coming and ascended master celebrating us of we achieving this work in this short time, to be honest, and shifting this timeline and requesting this energy of love and harmony and spreading it into the astral and into our reality. And many of the participants, I would say also, they witnessed some of the higher guide and royal guardians, we call them, which is very special energy, and they saw it, and they saw the great dragons, for example, the bridge and all those details in the astral, and they came like, oh my god, I saw it, it was like this and that. And they shared their testimony. We're going to post some of their testimony. It's beautiful to read and to know how much power we all have. Mike, which is the husband of Bridget, he mentioned it's his first time joining us. Basically, he mentioned in his post that there is a possibility, there is a realm you can access, and this is great. And his post is mind-blowing to see how he was able also to join us in a very short time and reach the same place and experience it. And Didi, when she's channeling, of course, Didi always channeling all those sessions, so it gives us more confirmation for all of you guys to know what's happening, and also to give us added value, because when you look at the channeling, when you immerse yourself, those light code, those frequency will help you also to continue the same energy practice. So it comes hand in hand. So it was a brilliant orchestrated, celestially orchestrated, like divinely orchestrated training, and we had amazing result. And the whole those theme with the Monday was all aligned. So the Monday before and before was aligned with the same theme. That's why we always mention that if you are sincere and you are looking for your growth, you need to join all the event to see all the depth of many channels, and all of them will awaken many levels in you. And this is like you're literally taking proper spiritual gym from many aspects.
Or that you are bathing into a abundant buffet of frequencies to awaken and unlock your consciousness. So it's like a full hammam of vibrant energy that you can pick and enjoy and use to unlock more of yourself. I'm also saying hello to Facebook, and I don't see very well Angela and Maria and Nadia, and I don't see all your names, but if you are there, thank you for joining. And if it's of your desire to join the session of tonight, then you have the link above below the video. Click on it, you will be directed to the portal for the payments. You will receive a link and a password and join us on the private channel to benefit from this energy work. So that is said, we keep on welcoming the practitioners online for the upcoming session. That is said, our wonderful habit is to speak before we start a session, and we speak not only about the session somehow, but also about topics that arises during the week, during the few hours before or the days before.
The energy happening around
exactly.
the globe and
the energy,
the
global energy, the community, the energy in the community, the energy that are stagnating, present, coming to the surface, coming to our awareness, and that we find a couple of synchronicity here that means that it shall be addressed. So there's something that I would like to share with you today, and I started to share a little bit during the astral travel training as well when I popped in and out of the training, but I started to mention that, and it's just taking shape in the way that I can deliver it. You know that sometimes the words will be the final output, so how to put things together of what is being seen and what is being felt and perceived and understood, how to deliver that message. So I'm going to try my best to really deliver that message to you so you can grasp it and really get it and integrate that. So just before we started, somehow there's a title, and the title is How to Reach Truth Through Love. So I think it's a wonderful time as of today when you look around you, there's so many things that comes to your awareness through social media and so many things in terms of people saying like wake up and specific, yes babe?
The mobile, I think, is interfering with the sound.
Sorry.
Yes.
I was keeping the mobile close to me to check if there's any message.
The sound should disappear now.
Yeah. So a lot of things that comes into your awareness, like a bombarding posts and messages that can be a bit distracting or a bit disturbing, because it's really being pushed in your awareness without really you asking for it, but it's coming to your awareness, and basically here you have the choice to read, to look deeper, to be distracted by those information, to choose to go deeper and to choose to believe them as well and to make it your reality. So when we choose something, it means that we agree on it. It means that we are resonating with the experience of that choice and the consequences of the choice as well, that most of the time we can already perceive. And it means that if we choose this, we are not choosing something else. So when we choose something, we are putting ourselves in a place where we identify ourselves through this. So it creates more of our identity. And what we don't choose, it means that as I don't choose that, I don't identify myself to something that I don't like. So you choose things that if you are at peace with yourself and aligned, you choose things that you actually like. So you reinforce the vibration of like, and when you choose something that you like, the resonance is you are choosing something because you love yourself. So you are choosing something that make you feel loved and make you feel good about yourself and make you feel excited about continuing something that you love. I hope that everyone so far follow me. So it means that you are building your truth through your choices, and your choices reflect your self-love. So how do we actually reach truth through love? Because if you look around and if you understand deeper as well, whatever is perceived by you as we describe our reality, if you know it and you have heard that before, even though you haven't understood properly what it means or experienced it, but our reality is only illusion. So all that comes to us that can be true to you or is true to someone, it doesn't mean that it's true to you. But what is true and what is not true, what is right, what is wrong, all of this belongs to everyone's unique experience. Something true for George, maybe not true for me, and something true for you, maybe not true for us. But this is how you choose to perceive your reality and to experience it, because that truth is your choice, a choice that you like, and that reflects the love to yourself. And you're not choosing something else because you don't associate yourself to something else. So how to actually reach truth, like what does it mean to find your truth, to have the truth? So we have another word for that, which is wisdom. To reach wisdom, to reach your inner wisdom. So basically is coming to yourself, coming to a state of love, coming to your heart within, and opening the heart place and this heart state, this love state, this presence, resonating it, vibrating it, growing it, this heart resonance that is filled with your essence, that is filled with love within, that has no conditions, no judgment, no stories, no outside things. It's simply the purest energy that creates life, that resides within you, and the source of the within you is your heart. You are in it, and you build that energy inside your container. You build that energy in your heart resonance, and you keep on amplifying and expanding it as you connect. Obviously, as you expand, you connect to your Mother Earth, to the source of light above you, that will be the first one, your higher self. And in that connection, in that presence, in bathing into this energy that creates life, what's happening? You have access to your wisdom. You have access to your truth within. You have access even beyond, as more and more you practice, you have access to the universal truth, the universal wisdom that you are receiving through your own wisdom and experience within, without interference and disturbance from what we describe our reality. So, keep a time to digest here. So the truth is not outside you in looking or reading or being imposed information or being bombarded by information where you have to find your way through it. Your truth is within. And the truth is actually a quality that resides in unconditional love. You attain your truth in a state of love. And in that state of love, we grow. In that state of love, we don't want to impose our truth to others, because our light and our energy and our presence ignites organically the desire for others around us to also find their own truth without imposing to others. So it means that we become considerate of our environment. It means that we are not imposing or judging or being impacted by what we see in our reality. We can sit, we can be compassionate, we can acknowledge that it does exist and can be real for certain people, for their own experiences. But it doesn't mean that you have to choose it. Back again to the choice. Your choice reflecting your state of love. So in the state of love, not only you rise, you have access to information, your own informations, you also ignite the desires in others and become an inspiration and untrain the energy around you through your presence. And as people start to awaken from within with their own truth, then we create a desire for change in a quiet space and environment, in unity, in union. And the more we grow, the more we amplify, the more we resonate, the more the desire strengthens of being a presence of love. So you see, the truth is not to be imposed or outside you, it resides within you, within your own self-love that has no judgment, no conditions, within your own connections, within your own wisdom. And how to achieve that is practice. Practicing your heart's resonance, practicing your presence, practicing quietening the mind, quietening the heart, witnessing our negative narration in our brain, witnessing the emotions that arises from outside our environment, and keeping the alignment, building wisdom.
This is almost describing the training that we have done previously. We chose a timeline based on preference of unconditional love, while respecting all the other people in the whole globe of their choices, of their truth, of their own lenses, how they see the truth.
So this is your own free will, exactly, your own free will
And
to decide how to see the truth and how to build your truth
our
and
highest
what to choose for your life.
power of choosing was based on love. So our truth was based on our own unconditional love, embodying this unconditional love. That was the main essential key where we were able to choose our own reality, our own truth. Because when you're embodying unconditional love, you have respect to all and you have no judgment to all, yet you have your own choice returning back to you. And we mentioned it also before about timeline split. You can experience your own version of truth based on that unconditional love, as if you have a different truth than others, but still both of them are still part of this collective truth. And the divine truth beyond it, that all are accepted, all are beneficial, and who is realizing the ultimate bigger picture, that is all this Maya, it's a duality, illusion game, to know how to grow together, to know how to return to this divine self together, to know how to maneuver through those challenges, and to remember the divine self. All what we are facing is to give us the power back, to remind us with this power. So it's not an illusion, means not real experience. It is real experience, but an illusion in sense it's not the truth. It's not really what really happening. It's all a reflection for all the souls to grow and remember their divine self.
Exactly, you are seeing the reflection that is required for you to grow.
So that's why reflection can vary, and everyone has different truths.
Because we are all unique, so we all have
depend on your own lenses, depend on your
unique
vibration.
lens.
So what we've done in the course, in the You Love Astral Shifting Reality, we cleared all our doubt, cleared all our judgment about all the other kind of truths, and we did not judge any of them. And we rebuilt our own version of truth based on unconditional love. And we send all the healing and the love to everyone for their experience, of course, yet not dropping the frequency and buying into the fears and saying we can still choose, and that's our divine power. And that's how we went to the astral and we request this. So today Matilda, she's giving you a sum up of a philosophical sum up of feeling how that shifting your own version of truth and realizing there is no one truth in that sense, because we are all lenses and all vibration, yet there is one divine truth, which is a big picture of we are all playing this game for ourselves to return to our divine essence. That's the ultimate truth. And today, Monday, I'm going to work with the diamond light body. We're going to call for the power through our heart resonance and the diamond light code for the divine union. And through the divine union, most of the power return. One of the bigger power we're going to call for today is returning your own divine truth. Once you achieve divine union, because divine union, you merge back once again, because it's not the first time. Once again, you merge back with source, knowing that you are an extension of the source. And that realization will give you the ultimate truth, the divine truth, that you are an extension of the source. That will be the ultimate truth. And the rest are stories, a reflection of frequency. They can be truths for others, depending on the frequency, but they are not the ultimate truth. The ultimate truth is knowing you are consciousness and you are extension of the divine. And when we achieve that, you embody it, you can literally create your own timelines based on your frequency.
Yes.
Lovely.
You are, you are the individualization of the source, remembering its connection back to source.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Beautifully said.
So thank you so much for...
This is maybe not Matilda specifically, maybe Baby No is talking. Sometimes Baby No would like to talk. Wisdom of the new generation.
So thank you for watching on Facebook one more time. And I see Sarah, hello my love, thank you for connecting. And hi Sabine as well. So if you are there on Facebook watching and if you like to do the energy practice and transmission now, we invite you to click on the link, pay, get your email with the link to direct to the private channel and to have the password. We see you there. We are starting in a few minutes. Thank you so much from our heart to yours. See you next week as well. And we are always there on Mondays. Oh, next week we have Wednesday? No. The Unconditional Love group session, which is monthly, will happen on the 6th of May, which is sometime very soon. In 10 days maybe. 10 days, 6th of May is in 10 days. So see you next Monday. Then remember 6th of May is the Unconditional Love group healing session that will be online as well. And like the same format, is going to be an open link without password. And for the Sundays training on the Facebook group for the pillars and practitioners, we will resume that very shortly as well with a new topic and sequence or series of practice and talks. That is also free access if you are not in this Facebook group, which is Ascension and You Love Community. Click there, join, and this is where we usually stream the on Zoom as well the Sundays. But we are
Sunday trainings or some other kind of sessions and meditation or energy practice.
Yeah. So we are keeping on hold for 2 weeks and then we'll resume again because we are cooking a lot of interesting things in the kitchen of our Ascension Vortex, which is food for the soul and food for the higher self. So we are actively busy in that manner. So thank you for watching again on Facebook. See you on podcast. From our heart to yours, we love you dearly and know that you are dearly loved.
Love you guys.